So you will now pick a question here.
Oh, my favorite part.
Yes.
Okay. What best quality would you look for in an educator and why? Well, thank you for that question.
You're welcome.
A quality that I would look for in an educator I would have to say compassion. Because an educator should be compassionate about what they are teaching and should be able to reach out to the students, because the students are our future. They are the ones that are going to be our next world leaders, and they're going to make the change in our communities. Thank you.
Now, take your question, please.
All right. What is the greatest challenge facing contemporary women and why? This is a great, great question. I believe the greatest challenge that women, even just right when you're born, there is a certain value or identity that's put towards women. I think mostly it's about the surface. I mean, if you talk about the pageant, this is what you see. But what we need to combat is that we have the education, we have a voice, and we have a choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Aline. Now, choose your question.
My question is, what is the first issue the new president should focus on in the first 30 days of his administration and why? Very tough question, but I do have an answer for that. As we all know, our economic status isn't up to par right now. And I think that our next presidential candidate should address this issue. As a part of the economy, one of the issues that we're facing is the high energy prices and the financial housing crisis. And I feel that our next presidential candidate must address this. And as far as high energy prices, there are many ways that we can alleviate that by looking for alternative sources. And I think that our next presidential candidate should be able to address the issue of the state of our economy. Thank you.
Does a celebrity endorsement of a candidate or issue affect your vote? Why or why not? Thank you. Does a celebrity endorsement affect a political vote? I honestly do think so. I think the majority is so affected by the media that we don't know any better. I think we should base our vote on our personal experiences, our knowledge, and our opinion on the presidential candidate. I don't think a celebrity should be an influence to our vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
My question is, should cooking classes be required for all high school students? Why or why not? That's kind of a refreshing question. I didn't think pageants would come up with questions like that. Well, actually, I come from a background where food is a very important aspect of my family because I'm half Italian and half Chinese, and dining is important in both of my cultures. And I think that learning how to cook is actually really an essential skill because I think husbands could make use of a wife that can cook a great dinner every evening for their family. So I think that yes, it should be required. Why not? So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, great. Okay. What is your favorite thing to do on the weekends and why? Wow. Well, for the past couple of weekends, I have done nothing but prepare for this pageant. And also going out and representing my community, because I'm the Miss Asia Sacramento. We have done numerous community service events, and right now I just absolutely love it. We went up to Hot August Nights, and we were there for the Marine Corps, their annual convention, and we were hosts there. We also went and opened up the state fair, and I guess the biggest one would have to be the East Bay Stand Down, where we helped out almost 500 needy and homeless veterans. So I guess on my weekend, when I have spare time, it's really just being out there in the community, using the title that I currently have to really make an influence. Thank you.
My question is, how do you encourage newly registered voters to participate in this year's elections? That's a really good question. Voting, as we all know, is very, very important as a U.S. citizen. However, voting is very difficult, in my opinion. There's a lot of research that needs to go behind before you vote. And to encourage new registered voters, I would say do all the research that you can and go deep inside and see what you think our society and our world needs, and look for the person that will represent what you want to represent if you were the president. Thank you for the question.
If you could host a talk show on a major network, would it be on the radio or television, and why? Well, that's a very great question. Thank you so much. I actually interned at a radio station for a while, and it was a great experience, but I felt though as if being, if I were on a television show and people had the opportunity to see me personally, they could connect with what I'm trying to get across. And if I had the opportunity to be on a radio or a television show, I would choose television, because watching the person firsthand and seeing their emotions would help you connect on a deeper level. And I think that's a very intimate and important thing about television. So thank you so much.
Tell us about your ethnic costume and how you came to choose it. That is actually a very interesting question because, as I spoke of earlier, I am Taiwanese in ethnicity. And if you want to be culturally accurate as a Taiwanese, I think that one should actually wear a Taiwanese Aboriginal costume because they were the original inhabitants of Taiwan before the Chinese immigrated over. Having said that, it was almost impossible to find an Aboriginal culture because the Aboriginals of Taiwan have been disseminated to the extent that the culture is not readily seen, it's not very prevalent in your everyday life, nor in the media. So I picked to wear a qipao, which is more representative of the Chinese community.